Hi guys, welcome back to another new video. So today, as you guys can already tell by the title, I'm just gonna be answering some questions on how I came to London to work and study as a Malaysian. And I know a lot of you guys have a lot of questions because I have been receiving them on my Instagram. So I gathered some really common questions and I'm gonna answer them today. Before I jump into the questions, I thought I'd give you guys a quick backstory on how I got here. And if you're wondering why I'm looking over here, it's because I have my laptop with me and I have all the questions and like a full-on script of what I'm supposed to say in this video. I came to London to pursue my studies. In my case, I actually did a transfer program, so that allowed me to transfer my credit score back in university. I studied in UCSI University, in case you're wondering. I took my credit score there and then transferred it to a university in London. It was a 2+1 program, and meaning I did my first 2 years in Malaysia and then my final year in the UK. This program allowed me to graduate with a degree cert in the UK, and eventually I'm allowed to work in the UK, which is what I'm doing now. So let's jump right into the questions. How much did it cost for me to come to the UK? If I'm honest, I don't remember the exact number, and I tried looking through my emails, but it's just been too long now and my emails is a mess. So I can't find the exact number, but I do remember as international students, you will have to pay a lot more money than a UK applicant. And I think it was about £14,000. So you calculate it yourself, £14,000 times 6. And personally for me, I had to take out a loan from a bank just to fund my studies. And yes, I'm in the midst of repaying everything now, but I'm more than halfway through, and just give me like 1 to 2 more years and I'll be done. There are also a lot of other costs, like the flight ticket to come to the UK, your medical insurance that you have to pay, it's compulsory to pay that, and your rent and etc. Obviously, £14,000 was for my course and the university that I applied to. I studied BA in, I think it was called Advertising, Branding and Public Relations. You have to speak to whoever's in charge or what university that you applied to and then do your research and stuff, but I'm assuming it's about that price range, which leads to our next question. How did I find a place to stay in the UK? There are actually many websites out there where you can find places to stay and rent in the UK, so I'm gonna list a few: Zoopla, Rightmove, OpenRent, On the Market, and etc. I've been living in the same studio flat. As you guys can tell, if you guys look back in my older videos, it's literally the same background, and we were quite lucky to find this studio actually. If you compare it to the market now and other prices online, it's actually a lot more cheaper. I'm currently paying £1,000 a month for this studio, and it includes electricity bills, Wi-Fi bills, everything, and council tax. Side note, a lot of people don't know this, but if you will need to pay 6 months ahead of rent because you're not from here, and they just need a guarantee that you can pay your rent. Next question is, what phone network did I use? So what I did back then was to buy a SIM card in Malaysia, and we bought it from a place called Giftgaff. The priority was to just have a UK number. And once we flew over to London, my boyfriend and I decided to transfer the number over to another platform called O2, and we've just been using it ever since. How much did I bring to the UK during the start? I took about £1,500 with me. I actually used it all up in 2 months. London is a really expensive city, which means I spent about £700 to £800 in a month when I first arrived. I actually found a part-time job within a month of moving here. That was still okay for me, which smoothly leads us to the next question. How did I actually get a part-time job when arriving in London? There's actually many places for you to land a part-time job. It's the same. You just gotta go to a job site and then just search part-time roles and submit your resume. I recommend checking your uni portals or email from your university, because some universities do advertise part-time jobs that are available for their students. And that was one thing that I didn't know when I first came. I was in such a rush to find a part-time job. I wish I knew this earlier. So in my case, I actually worked as a part-time barista at an Indian cafe. If you look back at one of my old videos, I think I filmed a day in my life working part-time at a cafe. What bank account did I use? I actually don't really remember, but I think it was Monzo. I am still using Monzo up till today. So easy to use. I don't need a card. After that, I think I created a Wise account as a traveling bank account because it's so easy to switch currencies in Wise if you're traveling abroad, and we travel a lot in different Europe countries. Wise account I highly recommend an Monzo account. The good thing about these two banks is you don't actually have to physically go to the bank to open up a new account. You can just do it all online. So you just download the app and then just tell them you want to open up a bank account. I think you have to take a picture with you and your passport, or maybe you and your visa, I think, or maybe you and your BRP. I don't remember, but just follow the steps that are on the app, and then you will open up a new account. It's as simple as that. And they will ask you, I think, whether you want a physical card. I got the physical card, but you don't have to. Don't get the physical card, it'll just be a virtual bank. As easy as that. And then you can just start using it. The last question of the day, which is also the question that I get asked a lot, is how I actually got a job after graduating in the UK as a foreigner, as a Malaysian. The simple answer is that I actually applied via LinkedIn. That's really it. I applied, I scheduled the interview with my manager, with the recruiter. After 3 rounds, I got the job, and that was it. If you guys want more details on how I prepped for the interviews, how I landed a job in London, just let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll do a more detailed how I tailor my resume according to the job and how I actually landed the job. Fun fact, I actually will be going back to Malaysia in just a couple of months. So yeah,